So, if you take a look at my channel, you'll realize that I have a lot of interests. I mean, last video was a Pokemon Halloween themed video, the video before that was a wrestling rant, the video before that, you get the point. I figure I explained why I have multiple interests before I take this channel in a different direction and decide to just focus on one thing. You see, back then when I was a wee little child, my only interest was the WWE. However, due to some interesting events, my grandpa told my mom to take it away from me because to him it was too violent. Let's ignore the fact that the version of WWE I was watching was very, very PG at the time. Anyways, long story short, wrestling was taken from me, and then I decided to bounce around interests, and I continue doing so to this very day. Since I'm an adult now, you'd think that I'd finally pick one thing and stick to it, but nope, I'm a jack of all trades. If you name something, chances are I was probably into it at some point in time, or I may still be into it now. Now, since I have a YouTube channel, that makes it very difficult to think about video topics because I can't for the life of me just stay on one topic. Thus, when I think I've got the grasp on something, there's this little voice in the back of my head that tells me, hey, but what if you talk about this instead? And that kind of screws up the entire momentum. Just as a small example here, I had a series of videos that were all based on Nickelodeon, and they did great. And then I decided to talk about something else for literally no reason at all when I could have just stuck to that path. Technically, that video did still have Nickelodeon stuff in it, but as you can see, well, the videos then branch off into Sonic. Then there's fandom grading, a gaming rant, and a story time from when I was at the card shop. I think you could start to see the, problem here, the elephant in the room. There is way too much stuff going on for one viewer to grasp on. Essentially made it so that if you're watching my channel, you're watching it for me and me only, which creates a distance between the YouTuber and their audience. Of course, when you build up an audience, they're going to be there for you. However, if you keep making all of this content about different things and you don't just stick to one thing, and also you're not a commentary YouTuber, the audience is going to get disinterested and you're going to get less and less views each video. Heck, even though I don't really have an audience right now, the last video did absolutely terrible because of the fact that, well, it's just so different compared to the rest of my stuff, as if my stuff wasn't already different from each other to begin with. So then this begs the question, what should I do? And while the answer is pretty obvious from a surface standpoint, you know, just stick to one thing, my issue is that I can't just stick to one thing because I like so much stuff. And why do I like so much stuff? I don't know, that just makes me who I am, and I can't really change who I am. And if we look at the potential candidates, that's when my bouncing around of interest starts to become an issue. Last time I made a Pokemon video. Maybe I could keep going on the Pokemon train. However, I might get bored with Pokemon and I might want to talk about something else like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Sonic the Hedgehog or even UFC. You see the problem? Everything is all so interesting and I like keeping things fresh, but if I want to continue doing this and getting consistent viewership and a consistent following, maybe, or at least that is the goal when you're doing a YouTube channel, I have to stick to one thing, and I'm not really sure what the one thing is going to be. I definitely need some time to think about this. Not really sure what I'm going to pick, but I know one thing, if I get tired of it, if I get bored of it, I'm just gonna have to keep going with it because I know that's just what's gonna have to keep happening if I want this channel to grow. I don't know what I'm going to stick to yet, and quite frankly, I'm scared making the decision because this is a channel-altering decision, but I hope whatever I do pick is the right one for me, and it's the right one for you, too. I would definitely like to increase this channel's budget, but of course I have no money. And I've already complained about the struggles as to why I'm not necessarily getting any money from a job or anything. But I know one thing is for sure, I promise you I will try my hardest to make this channel an enjoyable experience for anyone and everyone who watches it. At the very least, I can promise you that there will be more effort put to the videos. I'm gonna give the videos more time. Usually I make them all within a day's span, which kind of isn't healthy, and if I put more time into them, the product will come out better. Now, I'm not gonna make this decision completely on my own if I don't need to. If you feel like you have an idea as to where the channel should go, then by all means let me know in the comments below and I'll take it into consideration. After all, audience feedback is, in my opinion, the best feedback. Well, that's enough out of me. Don't forget to do the 3 holy grails of YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, and in the next video, that video will be the direction this channel goes in. Catch you later. Bye.